Hello, fellow co-creators. Welcome to Soul Vision. I'm Lisa. So I did a bit of a channel and a bit of remote viewing and got a couple of messages for you. I know that some of this will resonate with some of you, and if it doesn't resonate, please don't watch the rest of the video. If it's not for you, that's cool. If it is for you, let's get into this together. Let's dive right in, and yeah, let me tell you what I saw. So firstly, I kind of like remote viewed in the tunnels, what is happening there. And the things that I saw were yeah, they were really, the creatures down there were kind of really strange. We can refer to it as, let's call them lower energies. Let me describe the one set that I saw. Sort of very like a silvery, grayish, blackish color, like metallic, with sort of oily, if I can explain it like that. Weird sort of like head, sort of like a triangular shaped head like that. Broadish shoulders, very narrow waist, and then sort of like the thighs, they reminded me of chicken legs, like sort of biggish on the top and then very, very skinny at the bottom. Kind of very frantic, they were. And also because they were coming to sort of like a stage where they knew that things are coming to an end for them. And also a lack of energy from them because they were feeding on the energies of us. And so I also saw little children, but also didn't really look like how we would expect children to look because they were very pale. It's almost like you could see through their skin, malnourished. Their veins, you could see their veins, but they were very thin and very dark and very unsettling, sort of very limp as well. And it was like it was almost like, in a sense, like computerized the way they were taking the energy from these little kids. These creatures were very, very scared of what was happening, because they knew that they know that their time is coming to an end as well. They're not getting enough energy for themselves from us humans. And another very interesting thing is that what I saw was every time a little green bit of plant came up, because where they were, it was kind of like very muddy, but it was like black mud, very muddy, very slushy. And then every time a little piece of plant, a little leaf came up, they would get like seriously frantic, because well, the message that I was getting was that these plants were disturbing what they were doing. So it was disturbing the energy that they were trying to harvest for themselves. So that would make sense why also a lot of trees have been cut down, and why nature has been, why people are trying to destroy nature, because obviously it's affecting them. The smell as well, it was a definite smell. It was very, I would say, very much like sulfur, the smell there. And then also this whole thing about 144,000 people being saved. I saw it as in 144,000, it was more like families. So whether it was soul families or groups, different groups of people, I didn't see it as specific people. Okay, and then people passing over. So people that are passing over now, it was like in their contracts they had decided to do this in order to give of their energy for the greater good. Okay, so that all of these little kids and what they're trying to do to us with the fear, and that this would increase the good energy. Okay, I told you about the plants that that came up quite a bit, though, that they kind of like get very panicky when there are plants around and when we're trying to grow plants. Also interesting enough is that what I got was that when we eat fresh food, it's like our cells of our body and so on, it's almost like they move at rapid speed. But when we're eating the food that's the GMO food, this slows it down, and they kind of like have more control over us in that sense. So what I also picked up is in September 2020, there's going to be quite a huge shift, but it's also going to be a shift in the way people are thinking. There's going to be a shift of energies. There's going to be a shift in relationships, in jobs that people decide to do. So a lot of disturbances are going to happen as well. But in those disturbances, we're also going to find a lot of growth that's going to happen too. And a lot of things are going to be revealed to us, that things that we've been questioning as well, things that no longer serve us and that shouldn't be in our lives anymore are going to shift so that they're not there anymore. So a lot of things, also things that you've created, that you've put out there, are going to come to the front. All right, let's see what else I've got over here. Oh yes, all this fear that has been instilled in us, okay? These energies have wanted us to be fearful so that they can feed off that. But what has actually happened is it's almost like it's backfired, because we've come to a stage where we've kind of looked at that and we thought, we've been so fearful and yet we're still here. Things are still okay. So if we could get through that, we can get through anything else. So the original fear that we had, that we thought was going to get worse, is actually, it's starting to turn for a lot of us, that we're starting to feel more supported. Although we may not still have what we had right in the beginning, we are feeling more supported, and we are feeling more in control, and we're feeling more empowered. So that's where that's kind of like backfired a little bit for, as far as what they've been trying to take from us. And then also I was shown the earth, so it was kind of like a circle, and then with a line in the middle, okay, and the line in the middle is kind of like where we are, okay, at the moment. And then there was this sleepiness underneath, okay, where all this chaos is happening, and then this beautiful sort of like higher frequency at the top, okay, and it's like these cracks that are happening, and we're all sort of like becoming one, and it's the light is shining in, okay, so it was almost like a cleansing that I saw that's going to happen, if I can explain it like that. And then also, yeah, let's talk about the leaders and that as well. There's a couple of leaders that we may like, we may not like, but a lot of leaders, and I did see Trump, okay, and I've kind of looked at Trump before, and I thought, he says like idiotic things and things that don't always sit well with everybody because of him being outspoken and so on, but there is a bigger purpose for him, with him, and that he is opening up different channels for us, that it's going to be good. So he definitely does have a bigger purpose than what we realize, and we will see that. And then the South African government as well. The way that I saw the South African government is that the head of South African government feeling very important at this stage, but very, very manipulated. In reality, very manipulated, but it's almost like a second chance is given, that something happens to somebody really close to him, a family member or somebody really, really close, where potentially his eyes could be opened and a shift can take place, with his belief system, that he sees this as an opportunity, of coming clean with us, in a sense, okay. But I can't see what choice he makes, because does he still want to sit with the ego, sort of like in the three dimension, or to shift to the fifth dimension? But there is a choice for him to make. Okay, it's kind of like almost being blinded at the moment. Okay, and then we move on to the new children that are entering this earth and are being born right now. And this is a huge blessing for all of us. They come in with a completely different energy. Also, it's all contracts. A lot of them aren't from here. They aren't from Earth. They're from other dimensions. They're coming in and they're seeking out different families and different areas, different countries. Specifically, they have a purpose. So you'll see that these children, even their eyes will be a lot more open than the children born before. And various things. So you may find that they speak very quickly, or you may find that they don't really want to talk, that they understand that they don't talk. So there's going to be different little things there. You're going to find that their interests are going to be a lot different to children born before their time. But mostly you're going to find their eyes are going to be so different. So when they look at you, it's almost like they see further. Okay, their eyes will be very different. They'll just have a different energy in their eyes that you'll be able to pick up as well. But they're bringing with a very healing energy, and you'll find that they'll love plants and sand and flowers, nature, that they'll love it. So it's very important that you get the little kitties out there in nature. Allow them to be bare feet, allow them to connect with that energy. It's very, very important for you to do that with the little kitties, because it's almost like it charges them all the time. Okay, so quite important for that. And also water for them as well. And then a lot of you may be feeling that you don't want to really be here right now. Perhaps you want to be in a different country. Perhaps you're back here where you are, and you just feel that you don't belong. And a lot of us are feeling like that right now. And we're kind of like going, well, where do we move to? What do we do? You feel a little bit unsettled in your home, feel a little bit unsettled in your country, feel a little bit unsettled in your relationships as well. But it's kind of like that we all are where we're supposed to be right now. Although it may not feel like it for all of us, but we are, because there is a bigger picture. It's almost the sense that I got was that there's a lot of regrouping of all of us, and a lot of connecting with people that you haven't connected with for a long time. And it's connecting of energies more than anything else, and connecting of vibrations. So yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. I think it's very exciting times that we're in right now. The souls that are here on earth, we're all very brave souls that have chosen to be here. And I don't think it's all bad. I think we're starting to see that now. I think we're starting to see the shifts, that especially with a lot being revealed to us now, that we can see that there is light at the end of all these tunnels, literally. And let's just stay focused, let's have faith, let's believe, and mostly let's support each other, and let's support each other with good energy, with let's vibrate high. And yes, and a lot more of you will start to see that that you have a lot more intuition. So go with that, listen to your heart, work from your heart chakra, work from your heart energy. That is what's going to get you through these hard times. Thank you. Namaste.